Did William Ruto appear presidential yesterday when you looked at him on stage?
I ran away from this Americanese of presidential. What do I want to hear from those who seek to serve Kenyans as the president? I want to hear articulation of the issues that affect the nation. I want to hear your agenda on the financial system. I want to hear your agenda on employment. I want to hear your agenda on agriculture. I want to hear your agenda on education. I want to hear your agenda on the things that affect the man and woman in the streets and the things that affect the middle class. To that extent, he spoke to those issues. As indeed, to a certain extent, Mr. Raila Odinga also spoke to those issues on the occasion of their convocation. But the question that must be posed when we are talking about these individuals, remember that both Mr. Odinga and Dr. Ruto have been in government. They served in Moi's administration as cabinet ministers. They served in Kibaki's administration as cabinet ministers, Raila as the prime minister, Ruto as a minister, Uhuru Kenyatta was the deputy minister. They have served, although Raila in a very unique way, in the Uhuru administration. Ahmed Nasir said yesterday, and I agree with him, that Raila in the last few years has been the de facto Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, de facto in the sense that the de jure Deputy President has been sidelined. And therefore, when they say the things that they say, I want to hear that they are wedded to those issues. So to the extent that they say them, because these are things that are prepared for them to articulate, one would question their ability to deliver on these things, particularly when you see the pacts that are being put together. And permit me to say this. If you look at the pacts and the coalition that are being put together, those coalitions are essentially ethnically defined, which begs the question, is Kenya a nascent democracy or a dyed-in-the-wool ethnocracy? And I want to say, on the evidence available to us, we are building an ethnocratic state. That is why you see, for example, Mr. Kalonzo Musyoka is enticed, not because his Wiper party is ideologically grounded, but because it is assumed on his behalf that when you bring him in, you bring in the Kamba vote. When you have Mount Kenya Foundation almost interviewing potential candidates, they are saying our remit are the Kikuyus. And this is unfortunate because all these other issues then become side issues that are merely meant to be articulated for you, the media. But deep in their hearts, the state is about personal and ethnic interests. And that I find disappointing.
Yeah. So in other words,